Hey, welcome. It's Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. We've got another cheap value-priced wine. It's the last of the Trader Joe's reserve wines, the new reserve wines, for a little bit. They should come up with some really fancy ones coming up with the holidays, but this is what we do. We write up 3 value-priced wines a week on the cheapwinefinder.com website. Then we plug in the microphone, and well, that's where we're at right now. So what we have today is a Trader Joe's Reserve Horse Heaven Hills Cabernet Sauvignon Syrah 2023. Horse Heaven Hills is in the Columbia Valley, about south central Columbia Valley. It got its name because when the first settlers from the East Coast got there were wild horses, which they were kind of surprised to see, and it turned out these were the horses that had escaped from the Spanish colonies in the southeastern United States that kind of went bust in the 1600s. So they had built-in horses. So it's a beautiful place for horses and a beautiful place for vineyards nowadays. This is 74% Cabernet Sauvignon and 24% Syrah. One of the things that's interesting about that is if you put 75% of one grape in the bottle, it is legal to put that grape on the label. Like if it's 75% Chardonnay and 25% Viognier. Well, that's legally speaking, that's a Chardonnay wine. So they really, really wanted to tell you about Cabernet Sauvignon and Syrah, which are really 2 grapes that grow well in the Columbia Valley, and they really grow well in Horse Haven Hills. So this is a wine that they actually want you to know about. Cabernet Sauvignon is usually a little harder edged wine, darker, more tannic, and Syrah is rounder and juicier and a little spicier, and the two go together. The classic 2 grapes that go together is Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. Merlot softens the harder edges of the Cabernet Sauvignon. They really marry well together. But this is a Syrah, so it's a different blend. Merlot's kind of fallen out of favor, in the last couple of decades, actually, since the movie Sideways for some reason, but that's another story. So what do we have with this wine? Oh, it's $9.99 too at Trader Joe's. And one of the reasons I caught my eye is because it's got a brown label, a brown reserve label. There are different colors for different wines. It's the first time I saw a brown one, or at least an American brown one. I think I saw one for Bordeaux. So not that the color makes any difference. I'm not sure who made it. Usually I can figure it out. I've got an idea, but it's not a company I'm that familiar with, so you can't get any clues from who made it. I'm going to take a sip. This is a medium to bold wine, more medium. It's got a nice mix of flavors. It's a tasty wine. It's not that complicated, but it's not uncomplicated. It's just a decent, good wine. It's got those dark blackberry and darker flavors of a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's got a little bit of that roundness to them, those red berries from a Syrah. There's a little bit of spice in there, a little mocha, a little chocolate, a little French vanilla, some raspberry, plum. Got a little bit of candy spice. There's a little bit of just a touch of sweetness here and there, but this is a dry wine. Yeah, it's really easy to drink. This is a wine would pair well with comfort food, get some tacos or something, and, you want a bottle of wine to go with that. This would do it just well. Pizza. Yeah, pizza night's great. Frozen pizza night's great. It's a $10 bottle. You don't want to spend $40 on a $10 frozen pizza. Yeah, this is a nice wine. It's a decent effort. Columbia Valley and Horse Haven Hills is a really good place to look for value-priced wines. Horse Haven Hills has has recently had a bunch of 100-point wines, and they also make $10 wines. It's a really good place to look for wines for cheap wine finders. It's the grapes are pretty good. There's certain places the grapes are beyond really good, but generally speaking, they're always really good. You can make nice, rounded, easy-to-drink wines, and easy to drink is not a bad word. Easy to drink is great. I mean, hard-to-drink wines are bad, not easy-to-drink wines. So this is a good effort. I mean, it's not going to blow you away. It's not going to tell you, you're not going to tell your friends about it. But you're going to be glad you bought it because it's a good value and it's a good tasting wine. I'm going to have one more sip and I'll say adios. Let's see now. Coming up, I've got a orange wine, which is an interesting thing. Orange wine is not made from oranges. It's one of those weird wine words, like why they call it orange wine. It's like, it's everything's backwards when it comes to wine. I think it's because something was lost in the translation. But we got an orange wine coming up, and we'll start maybe hitting the Pinot Noirs for Thanksgiving, because that's where turkey belongs. And I'll be talking to you in a couple of days. This is the Trader Joe's Reserve Horse Heaven Hills Cabernet Sauvignon Syrah 2023. The marriage between the Cabernet Sauvignon Syrah are really nice to drink. And adios. I'll be talking to everybody. Like us, we like your podcast, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.